One of the questions I'm asked in almost every antenatal class is, how will I know when labour has actually started? The good news is that your body usually gives you some pretty clear clues. Hi, I'm Janine from Bellies to Babies, and I've been teaching antenatal education for over 21 years, and I've helped more than 5,500 parents prepare for birth and early parenthood. If you're wondering how you will know when labour started, you're in the right place. Today, I'll walk you through the signs of labour, explain what's normal, and hopefully help you feel a little more confident about recognising when it's really happening. So one of the biggest fears for first-time parents is not knowing if labour has actually started. Some people worry that they'll go to the hospital too early, and others worry that they'll leave it just too late. The reality is, for most first babies, labour is usually a gradual process rather than something that's happening all at once. Let's have a look at the signs together. So there's early contractions, and the most common sign is obviously contractions. In early labour, they often feel like a little period cramp or a tightening across your tummy. Some people feel them in their lower back, while others notice them more in the front. The important thing isn't how painful they are, it's whether they're becoming regular. Braxton Hicks contractions are usually kind of irregular. They might stop if you change position or have a drink of water or rest. True labour contractions gradually become longer and stronger and closer together over time. It's one of the biggest differences. Your mucus plug. This is another sign you might notice is losing your mucus plug. This can look like a kind of a thick kind of mucus. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's pink, brown, or maybe slightly blood-streaked. People often call this the show. Losing your mucus plug doesn't necessarily mean that labour is starting immediately. It could happen within hours, days, or even a couple of weeks. It's simply a sign that your cervix is beginning to change. Your water's breaking. This is probably the sign that everybody expects. But there's something that surprises many parents. Only a small percentage of people have their waters break before labour actually starts. For most, labour begins with contractions first. So if your waters do break, it might be a kind of dramatic gush, but often it's just a slow trickle. If you're unsure whether it's your waters or something else, give your LMC a call and they'll talk you through what to look for and what to do next. Many people notice other changes before labour begins. You might suddenly feel the urge to tidy your house or cook meals or organise everything. People often call this nesting. Some experience loose bowel motions, nausea, or just simply feel different. Others become unusually quiet and sometimes withdrawn. So there isn't one right way to feel. Every labour is different. When should you contact your LMC or your midwife? Now, this is probably the question that I hear the most often. Now, every midwife has a slightly different guideline, so always follow the advice that you've been given. But generally, if your contractions are becoming regular, they're lasting around a minute each, and continually consistent, it's time to get in touch. Your midwife should also be contacted if your waters break, you're bleeding really heavily, your baby isn't moving as they normally would, or you're worried about anything at all. Never need to apologise for calling your LMC or your midwife. That's exactly what they are here for. Trusting your instincts. That's one thing that I've learned after 21 years of teaching is that many parents just simply know that something is changing, even if you can't quite explain it. Trust yourself. Your body's been preparing this throughout your pregnancy, and labour often unfolds gradually, giving you time to recognise what is happening and adjust. So if you remember one thing from today's video, let it be this. Labour doesn't usually arrive like it does in the movies. Most of the time it's a gradual process. Contractions become longer, they become stronger, and they get closer together. Your body gives you clues, and you don't have to work it out alone. Your midwife is only ever a phone call away. If this video has helped answer one of those big pregnancy questions, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be sharing lots of practical, honest advice to help you feel more confident about pregnancy, birth, and life with your new baby. And if you want even more support, check out my Ready for Birth and Baby community on School. It's packed with free resources, downloadable guides, some self-paced courses to help you prepare for birth and early parenthood. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.